again, maybe you didn't hear me. When you slow down, your group slows down. Does that happen for a lot of you, yes or no? It means that you're missing the number one thing in networking, and that is to teach this business. Do you know the number one money-earning profession in the network marketing business, and it's not a surprise to me now, is teachers. Did you know that? They're the most successful profession in this business. I mean, worldwide, is teachers. That wasn't a surprise to me. I'm an educator. I'm a teacher of financial independence within the ACN program. If I can teach you how to do this efficiently and effectively, over time, you have the chances, if you persist and follow through to completion, till you make it to the goal, you'll have everything you want out of ACN, but you've got to teach it. That's why as you do it, you got to have the number one thought in your mind when you're displaying how to do this. And Mike Basutti did a great job in talking about the value system for why we do what we do. What's the sense of doing it in front of somebody if you're just showing them, but there's no conversation after the fact to make sure that they understood why what was done was done? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's called, write it down, the meeting after the meeting. Sometimes you gotta have a meeting before the meeting and a meeting after the meeting. And you gotta explain the psychology of what just took place. So do it, teach it. Do it, teach it. How many people do you have that can effectively do a 24-hour game plan? And if you don't like the number, fix it. You need to be good at teaching every aspect of this business to create independent representatives. Not high maintenance, whiny, hiney, thumb-sucking representatives. Are we clear? Here's core commitment number 2, customer acquisition. Now, you gotta know your listen, you need to, Patrick Mazur's gonna cover this, I believe. You gotta know your local and regional market. You got to know today what's being offered in your market. How many people understand the thought that you do not want to set your people up for failure? How many people know that? You got to give them realistic expectations. Look, Greg said in a different example, but I'm going to use Detroit. In Detroit, there's 4 million plus people, 4 million that use not just one of our services, but every one of them. And if they don't have it, they want to have it. Yes or no? And here's the funny thing. You're telling me you can't get 4 customers? Look, you may have maybe run out of what you think is all the people you know, but you can't tell me if you walk out of the door of your house, there aren't people that you can get. Sure not. So we got to make a decision that we have got to learn the industry that we're in. When your mom says no to you, expect it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen when your best friend says no to the service. The question is, how will you respond to that? How will you emotionally grow that? Don't you realize that as you're failing, as people are saying no to you as for a customer, to you as a new rep, do you know that Circle of Champion members at that same moment in time, RVPs and President's Club members, at that same moment in time, somewhere around the world, at that very moment is failing right along with you? We've redefined failure. Failure is that one experience. It doesn't define me as a person, and it doesn't define you. It means I need to get better. I need to know my craft. I need to know my industry. I need to know and anticipate and not have to be knowing all that I need to know. I need to operate on enthusiasm and excitement and a sense of urgency and lean on that relationship. But I got to eventually, if I'm going to lead a group, I got to know my marketplace. True or not? So you don't just know your local and regional marketplace, because this is a worldwide opportunity. Any market you go into. For example, I'm moving into Chicago. I'm working in Chicago right now. And guess what? Different products offerings than Michigan. I got to learn that. Everybody with me? You do too. The whole purpose of customer acquisition is to make money. I told you, I'm not working with people that don't get their customers. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have forfeiture. or what we call the lack of the release of the cab. That does happen, and I know that. But I know that there's nothing more motivating than layers of people making money, layers and layers of people, true or not? Because when this person qualifies down there, Debbie Davis, down here, that means people all the way up the line, how do you like this compensation plan, are making money on that person that qualified all the way down there. You like that? On the cab and on the commission. Did I paint a picture for you? How many people would love to get paid on hundreds of levels? So you know what's happening in your market, then you need to teach it to people in your market. If you want to get 4 customers, just write this down. And you may be better than this, and that's fine. But I'm going to tell my people, you got to talk to 15 people to get 4 customers. Why not? Hey, guess what? If they talk to 10 people and get 4 customers, what did I do? I set them up to win. Too many of us set them up to fail. How many people know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's easy. Look, if it's easy, it's probably sleazy. And if there's an easy way of making money and a big money, that person who said that to you is lying in your face. If you want to make big money, folks, you're going to earn every dollar of it, yes or no? And I'm asking you to take responsibility for this great opportunity, for this great company, and the timing is unbelievable. Let's talk about number 3, compensation plan. You need to learn it and you need to teach it. You need to learn customer acquisition, you need to teach it, comp plan, learn it and teach it. And let me say something to you about the comp plan. It is probably, you do such a great job. I've noticed some of the best presentations from leaders. But when it gets to the comp plan and getting people started, you're weak on the $4.99 issue, you can't get the check, or you lack the ability to be confident in showing people how they can make money. You need to fix that. If you just master the 1 through 9 presentation, go over a simple understanding of the comp plan. Look, when I saw the 2x2, two getting 2 each, getting 2, I saw 128. A long time ago, somebody said, if you could just imagine getting 3 people and graduate through 7 levels, 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 7, 29, 21, 87. When I saw that for the first time, I looked at both of them. He asked me a long time ago, years and years ago, he said, what's the difference between 128 and 2187? I said, a couple thousand. He says, are you sure? I said, well, it's what it appears to be to me. He says, no, Larry, the difference is 1. 3, getting 3 each. And he says, Larry, I want to show you that you're in the addition and subtraction business. I'm showing you how you can get out your checkbook and multiply your money. Now, you know you're level 1. Is it true that everybody in here will know they're level 1? And you may know you're level 2. It'll be more remote that you'll know you're level 3. But the further that it moves away from you, the less likely you are to know those people. Is that true or not? But is it okay that you make money on all the customers from people that you never knew and customers you'll never meet or service in your life, but get paid on them every single month in the form of thousands of dollars? Is that okay? Are you sure? That's what I saw. Multiplication. The only way that you can multiply it is to duplicate it. That means you need to teach it. And number 4, weekly meetings. If you have 50 people in your meeting and you can't grow your weekly meeting, here's one thing that's happening. Number 1 is you're not doing the daily activities. You're not doing in-home meetings. You're not doing one-on-ones. You are not feeding the weekly meeting. Weekly meeting, backbone of the area. Don't interfere with the weekly meeting. Do your PBRs, but do them, if you have that weekly meeting that those people attend, you want to make sure you don't do a PBR on the night of a weekly meeting. Teach others to do the same.